Hello, welcome to Chingster's video on solving complex equations part 2. In this video, you're going to learn how to solve more complex equations. So let's start with the first example. So let's look at 2x plus 1 over x plus 5 is equals to 1. So in this example, what you want to do is to get rid of the denominator on the left-hand side. So what you can do is multiply both sides by x plus 5. So you're multiplying both sides by x plus 5. I'm going to rewrite it so that it's easier to see. And I'll multiply both sides by x plus 5 and the left-hand side by x plus 5 to get rid of the denominator. And from here, you can see that x plus 5 is crossed out on the left-hand side. So you end up with 2x plus 1 is equals to x plus 5. And now we have variables on both sides. You will subtract x from each side. End up with x plus 1 equals to 5 on the right-hand side. And now I end up with just one-step equation. You can apply the inverse operation. So I will subtract 1 to both sides. So the answer will be x is equals to 4. Another way we can solve this equation is to apply the cross multiplication method. So 2x plus 1 over x plus 5, I have to make both sides fractions. So the right-hand side, 1 is equals to 1 over 1. And to apply the cross multiplication method or the baguette method, I can now multiply both sides across. So you end up with 2x plus 1 is equals to x plus 5. Okay, this is the same. You can use this when you have fractions on the right-hand side, and you're going to solve the question the same way. In example 2, we have 2x plus 3 over 4 is equals to x minus 2 over 3. So you can see that there are fractions on both sides. We can apply the cross multiplication method here to get rid of the fraction right away. So I end up with 3 brackets 2x plus 3 equals to 4 times x minus 2. And remember, we will now apply the distributive property to both sides. And 3 times 2x is 6x, and you have 3 times 3 is plus 9. 4 times x is 4x, and 4 times 2 is minus 8. Again, we end up with variables on both sides. So I will subtract 4x from the right-hand side. And I'll end up with 2x plus 9 on the left-hand side, and equals to negative 8. And I want to get rid of the 9 from the left-hand side. I do subtract 9. So I end up with 2x is equals to, so negative 8 minus 9 is negative 17. And then I will divide by 2 on both sides. So therefore, x is equals to negative 17 over 2. In example 3, we have x over 3 is equals to 1 minus 2x over 6 is equals to negative 4. In this case, I will apply the lowest common denominator method to get rid of all the fractions. So we know that negative 4 is negative 4 over 1. And the LCM of 3 and 6, the LCM is actually equals to 6. All right, so I can multiply the whole fraction by 6. So the left-hand side is 6x over 3 is equals to 6 bracket 1 minus 2x over 6. Don't forget your brackets around your 1 minus 2x. And negative 4 times 6 is negative 24. So I can now simplify 6x divided by 3 is equals to 2x, and then the x also crosses out on the second term, and I will have to distribute the negative sign, right? So it's I end up with negative 1, and when I distribute to the second term, I get plus 2x equals to negative 24. You see, when I multiply by the lowest common denominator, we get rid of the fraction right away. This makes it a lot easier to work with. And next step, combine like terms. So 2x and 2x, when you add them, you get 4x minus 1 equals to negative 25. Now I end up with a two-step equation. I will now add 1 to both sides. So 4x is equals to negative 24, and then divided by 4, I end up with x is equals to negative 6. Now let's look at another example. So x plus 1 over 3 plus x minus 2 divided by 6 is equals to x plus 4 divided by 12. Again, we have fractions in the term. So to get rid of the fractions, we multiply by the lowest common denominator. So 3, 6, and 12. The LCM will be 12. So I'm going to multiply everything by 12. So if you have 12 divided by 3, so I'm going to end up with 4 times x plus 1 on the first term. And 12 divided by 6, I'm going to end up with 2, and then x minus 2. And the right-hand side is just x plus 4. Okay, so now I will apply the distributive property. So I end up with 4x plus 4. And to the second term, I'll end up with plus 2x minus 4 and x plus 4. Okay, so now very nicely we have only a fraction, no more fractions here. And now I combine like terms. So it's 6x plus, so plus 4 and negative 4 crosses out. So I only end up with 6x on the left-hand side, and it's equals to x plus 4. Now I have x's on both sides. I get rid of the x from one side. So I end up with 5x is equals to 4, and x is equals to, I divide both sides by 5. So x is equals to 4 over 5. We have now reached the end of our video. I hope that you have gained a better understanding on solving more complex equations. Don't forget to subscribe, and see you next time. Bye.